Welcome to the Daily Globe. Please subscribe and hit the bell icon for more breaking updates. On a humid July day in 2025, the global tech landscape quietly shifted. In a Shanghai data center, Huawei unveiled its Cloud Matrix 384 system, a cluster of 384 domestically produced Ascend 910C chips. This wasn't just hardware, it was a declaration of technological independence. For decades, the world assumed the most advanced chips would always come from a US-led ecosystem. China's new strategy shattered that assumption, born from necessity after US sanctions cut off access to critical tech. Rather than copy the West, Beijing forged its own path: massive scale, government support, and relentless self-reliance. The implications reach far beyond tech, redrawing the map of global power. This is about sovereignty in the 21st century, a nation building its own technological destiny. The hum of those servers in Shanghai was a shot heard around the Silicon world, signaling a new phase in the race for tech supremacy. Targeted sanctions, meant to cripple, instead catalyzed innovation. As of November 2025, the world watches to see if China's colossal bet will pay off. The outcome will shape the future of technology and geopolitics for generations. To understand today's chip war, we must look back at the US-China relationship. The first phase, from 1949 to 1979, saw China isolated, striving for basic self-sufficiency in semiconductors. After 1979, China opened up, becoming the world's factory, and deeply integrating into the US-led tech ecosystem, while remaining dependent on imported chips. This dependence fueled rapid growth, but exposed a critical vulnerability. Around 2000, Beijing pivoted, launching industrial policies to nurture a homegrown chip industry. Companies like SMIC and HiSilicon emerged, but China still lagged behind global leaders. The rivalry's fourth stage began in 2018 as the US intensified tech containment, targeting giants like Huawei. Washington saw China's ambitions as a direct threat, turning self-reliance into an urgent mission for Beijing. The competition shifted from commercial to geopolitical. Now, the tech rivalry is an open conflict, with both sides racing to secure their technological futures. The stakes are higher than ever, and the world is caught in the crossfire. The chip war is no longer quiet, it's reshaping global alliances and industries. The US wielded export controls as its primary weapon, aiming to deny China the tech needed for advanced semiconductors. Dozens of Chinese firms, especially Huawei, landed on the entity list, cutting them off from key suppliers. Sweeping new rules in 2022 targeted not just companies but entire sectors, equipment, software, even US expertise. The goal: keep China's capabilities generations behind. The impact was immediate. China's chip industry was thrown into turmoil, and Huawei's consumer business collapsed. But the pressure backfired, sparking a national drive for independence. Sanctions became a wake-up call, forcing Chinese firms to abandon reliance on foreign tech. The US partially eased restrictions in 2025, allowing exports of Nvidia's downgraded H20 chip, hoping to keep China dependent. Yet trust was broken, Beijing pushed for domestic alternatives, and the great tech decoupling accelerated. Chinese companies placed large orders for H20, but state directives prioritized homegrown chips. The US strategy, meant to ensure dependence, instead fueled China's determination. Now, two separate tech ecosystems are emerging, each racing to outpace the other. The era of global tech cooperation is fading. Sanctions, once a tool of control, have become a catalyst for innovation and division. The world's tech landscape will never be the same. Blocked from making the world's most advanced chips, China embraced a more is more strategy. Instead of perfect replicas, engineers focused on system-level innovation and scale. Huawei's Ascend 910C chip, while less powerful than Nvidia's best, became the building block for massive clusters. The Cloud Matrix 384 system links hundreds of these chips, rivaling top Western systems through sheer numbers. China compensates for lower individual performance by building larger interconnected systems. A brute force, but effective, approach. This strategy is spreading nationwide, with data centers filled with domestic chip clusters. Domestic chips now meet about 50% of China's demand, up from just 13.5% a decade ago. By 2027, homegrown AI chips are projected to dominate the Chinese market. Beijing uses subsidies and security regulations to push tech giants toward domestic silicon. The goal, not just supplement, but fully replace foreign chips. China's more is more chip strategy is power-hungry, but Beijing has a plan. Massive investments in renewables and nuclear power provide cheap, clean energy for AI data centers. Local governments offer subsidies and discounted electricity for companies using domestic chips. This offsets the higher energy costs of less efficient hardware, making large-scale AI operations viable. State support bends the rules of market economics, giving China a unique edge. The energy advantage is a critical, often overlooked pillar of China's chip strategy. It's not just about making chips, it's about building the infrastructure to power them. As domestic chips become more efficient, this advantage will only grow. China is constructing an entire ecosystem, from silicon to energy grid, to secure its tech future. The chip war has split the world into two tech spheres. The US-led bloc, with Nvidia and its allies, sets the standard for cutting-edge performance and software. China's ecosystem, built around Huawei and SMIC, is catching up through scale and government mandates. The global south may gravitate toward affordable, sanction-proof Chinese tech. For global businesses, the era of a unified market is over. Companies must now navigate China for China and rest-of-world strategies, duplicating supply chains, and compliance. Two different internets are emerging, with incompatible standards and rules. Interoperability and data flows are at risk, mirroring the geopolitical divide. The digital village is fragmenting, replaced by digital walls. The new Cold War is fought with microchips, not missiles. For corporate leaders, the tech split is a strategic nightmare. Should they invest in China's domestic chip architecture or stick with the US-led ecosystem? American companies face pressure from Washington and a shrinking foothold in China. Policymakers must rethink assumptions about US tech dominance. The strategy of containment is yielding diminishing returns. Experts suggest the US may need to shift from dominance to coexistence, competing while accepting China's rise. Allies are caught in the middle, balancing US pressure with economic ties to China. German car makers, for example, must choose between American and Chinese tech for their smart vehicles. Security concerns run deep on both sides, with fears of backdoors and espionage. Each side views the other's technology as a potential Trojan horse. The drive for secure, self-contained tech stacks is accelerating. The chip war is forcing hard choices for nations and companies alike. Analysts agree, China's strategy, while facing hurdles, is proving effective. Reliance on older manufacturing equipment and lagging software remain challenges, yet China's scale, state support, and system-level innovation are powerful counters to Western restrictions. China is the only country besides the US with a complete semiconductor value chain. The future points to deeper fragmentation. The US leads at the frontier, China deploys good enough tech at scale. The competition is shifting from single-chip supremacy to system effectiveness. New players may emerge, bridging the divide between blocs, but the risk of escalating conflict and miscalculation grows as each side builds its technological fortress. The challenge is to manage this rivalry without letting it spiral into open hostility. The stakes are global stability and the future of innovation. China's chip strategy is a lesson in power, ambition, and resilience. Sanctions meant to enforce dependence have fueled innovation and independence. The US effort to preserve its edge has accelerated the rise of a formidable competitor. The technologies powering our daily lives are now at the heart of a geopolitical struggle. The outcome will shape not just products, but the rules and values of our digital world. Will we have a single open internet or walled digital gardens? One set of privacy rules, or many? This is a story of competing national interests, not simple heroes or villains. Understanding these dynamics is the first step to navigating a more complex world. We must engage, ask questions, and demand thoughtful leadership. The race for tech supremacy will define the 21st century. Its finish line is the fabric of our lives. The future is unwritten. Our choices today will shape the world to come.